Hey gamers, this is Kita, and today I'm going to talk about scene flags. Here's something you might already know from speedruns. When I enter this room normally, there's no ladder behind the iron knuckle. However, I'll reload that same state and play Song of Storms in front of this gossip stone in order to activate a big fairy. Now, when I enter this room, the ladder is behind the iron knuckle. So, like I said, a lot of people already know about it because it's in speedruns, but no one really understood why it happened. And I think one of the major guesses for it was that it was an Easter egg, since this isn't even the only example of it. The bigger shortcut being, at the end, play Song of Storms for the Gossip Stone, open this door, and the entire puzzle skipped to the end. However, that's not really the case. I have an older video called The Mystery Bean Plant, which I'll link in the description. What happens there is actually the same exact concept of what's happening here, and that is, there's certain things that are sharing the same scene flag. A scene flag is just a bit field. That's not really a good way to word it, but just consider it like a series of flags for each scene. And a scene is just an area. That's probably the best way to put it. So like, Termina Field is its own scene. Twinmold's Moon Trial is its own scene. So, on the left, let's just look at this. And I'm going to activate the ladder normally. Notice how blowing that up set it to 2, and hitting the switch set it to 10. What's actually happening is that they're different bits, so the 8 is the important part. Hitting the switch didn't actually set a value of 10, but rather it flipped a bit. So keep that in mind. Let me kill this iron knuckle so I can go back to the gossip stone, and then we'll see what happens. So, the important thing is that this flag for this eye switch is shared with the Gossip Stone. So, if I were to try to play Song of Storms now, it wouldn't work. The big fairy wouldn't appear, since I've already activated it. And that's the idea, that the developers just made a mistake. And if you want to see something silly, we can demonstrate this with Garros in Iconic Canyon, since there are a lot of them. A lot of them just happen to share the same value. So look at flag 9 on the left. As soon as this text box closes, it gets set to 8. So, there's actually another one on the same map that uses that. Well, let's just... right here in this area. And it's not going to appear. Just trust me on that. When I reload the area, the scene flags will all go back. So it's at 0 now. And suddenly this scar will appear that's in this area. There it is. And of course, when I kill it, it will also be 8. Oh, there it is. Belief or disbelief rests with you. See you next time! That was so stupid.